morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. It's time to grab a cup of coffee and enjoy the show. First up, I am taking you inside of the new and trendy fitness facility in Fort Wayne called Renegade Strength and Performance, giving you everything you need, whether you are training for a weightlifting competition or you want an elevated workout experience. They just opened up and we are going to check it out and see what they have to offer. Then it's Wealth Wednesday, giving you holistic financial advice from the experts at Foster Financial. Are you ready? Here we go.
Fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
This segment sponsored by Renegade Strength and Performance. I am here at Renegade Strength and Performance Studio, which is brand new to Fort Wayne. They focus on strength training and offering elevated equipment. Let's talk to their co-owners and find out all about it. Joining me now is co-owner Zach Reinig. Hi, Zach.
Hey,
how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
So you all just opened.
Yes. Very exciting.
And
very
Renegade is here, and it is new to Fort Wayne and kind of a new concept. So tell me all about it.
Yep. So we're actually basically a strength and performance facility. We do a lot of focusing around key physical metrics that lead into athleticism, because our approach is basically that everyone's an athlete, you just have to uncover it. And that athleticism is going to lead to a longer, more sustainable life. Okay. And so that's what we try to do with all of our clients and all of our members.
Yeah, well, you just made a couple of days. We are all athletes. I love that motto.
Yep.
And so looking around, this place is really great. Like, I feel like this is a place to actually train and to feel like you're doing something. So it's for everyone, right? Those who are not professional athletes, all the way up to those who do actually do this for a living.
Correct.
Okay, great. So tell me about some of the programs that you offer here.
Yeah, so a lot of what we do is in-person and online training, and then we also do sports-specific programming and coaching, and then we also are moving into more class-based group training as well.
Oh, nice. Okay, very cool. And so as you all kind of figure out the concept here and why you wanted to start Renegade, what's the meaning behind it? Why did you want to start Renegade?
Yeah, so the meaning behind Renegade, it's somebody that defies the status quo. So what we're seeing a lot in the fitness industry is a lot of cookie cutter programming, and a lot of the health and wellness industry and healthcare in general is, basically prescribe this, take this, do that, but it's not actually custom to what your needs are.
Right.
And so the biggest takeaway from it, I guess, is we want to extend the life of your everyday person. And in order to do that, we all have different needs, we all have different requirements. So we fully understand those before we even start to program. We sit you down and we understand where you want to be, where you are, and then help you get to those goals. Okay. And so that's kind of the premise, and that's kind of what we focus on, and that's what I would say is our differentiator, along with the equipment, the facility itself. But those focuses on personal development and physical development.
Yeah, that's great. And it really sounds like a custom plan, really. You make it specific and you make it where anyone can feel comfortable going through the process to hit whatever goal they are searching for. Joining me now is the other co-owner and head trainer, Elizabeth Swigart. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello.
So this gym is so nice. How excited are you?
Thank you. So excited. A dream come true.
Right. Okay, so being the head trainer here, I'm sure that you are so involved in actually helping people develop and figuring out their personal plans. So give me the rundown about what people can expect for their fitness performance.
I mean, it just comes down to what you want to expect, and then it's up to me to give you the correct path and steps to get there.
And so what are some of the programs that people can kind of go through if they want to focus on different areas of their body?
It just depends, again, your goals, but whether it's strength goals, you know, cardiovascular conditioning, endurance, all of those, weight loss, we're here, we have all those tools, and it's something that it just takes a conversation.
Yeah, and this facility has so many different types of equipment, options, and I see so many people working out. So kind of give me a rundown of each of the types of equipment and really what differentiates you from other gyms.
Awesome. Well, the first thing you're going to see when you walk in is our combo racks. These are for competition, specifically more for powerlifting. So those, typically you walk into a gym, you have no clue what it is or how to use it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you'd start with our combo racks, our deadlift platforms, our woodway treadmills, and our cardio all up in front here. All very unique pieces that, again, you just don't see walking into a big box gym. Much more purposeful, very intentional pieces. Everything here is for a specific goal and purpose, and not necessarily entertainment.
Right. Okay.
So yeah, moving into our Olympic platforms, they're more for a lot of lifts you would see in powerlifting, your cleans, jerks, snatches. And then our rig here has 6 different stations. It's very functional and flexible with quite a few different lifts.
Nice.
And then we have our pin plate loaded equipment all over here. You'll see a dumbbell rack in the corner, all just pieces to the puzzle.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And so what is your advice for someone who is just getting started? Let's say that they are not a professional athlete, but they want better equipment just to get into shape.
My biggest advice is it's day one or one day, just start. And you know, you may be here, it's your first week. I may be here and it's my 5th year, but I'm coming in with a new plan, a new goal, a new lift, a new challenge. We are all challenging ourselves every day. So whether it's your first challenge or your 10th challenge, we're all here to support, lift each other up, and just keep growing and creating a better environment.
Yeah, and a better body. Like, I love that so much. And so what can people around the greater Fort Wayne area really expect from this gym? Like, what do you want the biggest takeaway to be when they come here?
I just want you to walk in and feel like family. I want the support. I want you to feel that whether it's a good day or a bad day, like, we are here, we are a community, we are together in this, like, just come.
Yeah, I love that. And you mentioned some other areas behind the scenes that people can really experience. Can you break those down, like the water and all that stuff?
It's our recovery room, but there's 3, like, you know, very key metrics to the entire, you know, system of longevity and health and, you know, just being better overall. And so you have your strength training, you have your cardiovascular training, and then you also have your recovery portion. Recovery is so important in that process. So in our recovery room, we have our infrared saunas with red light therapy, and then we also have our commercial cold plunge. So you may see a lot of these ice bath challenges or cold shower challenges. Well, simplified into it's almost like a hot tub, but it's a cold tub, and it keeps the water about 39, 41 degrees. And 2-minute, 3-minute plunges there can just expedite recovery, reduce inflammation. It even creates such like positive endorphins.
Yeah.
So just so many benefits that can come from a recovery system that it's just, knowledge is power.
Yeah, knowledge is power and so necessary. So as we just walk over here, I'm just curious about some of the areas of the body that will be target areas as people are trying to train and get ready either for a powerlifting competition or just to compete in some type of capacity.
It just depends, again, on what those goals are. Like in powerlifting, your 3 functional movements would be your deadlift and your squat and your bench. So all of those workouts would be designed how to strengthen those specific movements. So it really comes down to, again, what that goal is.
And people can come here as individuals or they can actually take classes too, right?
Absolutely. We're working on that right now, is building that small group training base. I loved boot camps personally, so I'm excited to really get a boot camp rolling off the ground. You know, again, whether it's your first week trying to work out and just start making a habit of it, or whether you've been here for 5, 10 years, it's just creating a challenge, creating a better environment and growth. Just grow.
Growth, yes, absolutely. And I know that you have a lot of experience. You say 14 years
yes,
as
certified
a personal trainer, which
yeah.
is incredible.
Yeah.
So what is your passion? Like, what made you get into helping people live and look their best?
And that's it, you know, we all come from somewhere. We all start somewhere. And that was me, you know, I was very intimidated, very shy, very scared of not reaching a goal or not, you know, being physically happy with my strength or my conditioning. And so my own personal, you know, growth and achievements just makes me want to share that with everybody. If I can do it, you can do it. Let me help you get there. Just seeing somebody else's eyes light up in gratification and just success of their own story, I mean, the benefit of that, the reward is priceless.
It's there. Okay, well, thank you so much,
Elizabeth.
Thank you. And can you share with me what type of promotions that you have going on right now?
Yeah, so right now we're actually doing our 6-week challenge. And so with that, what we do is you'll sign up and then you'll work with one of our coaches, either Elizabeth, myself, or Bryson. And again, we'll go back and understand where you want to be, where you're at now, and then get you to that goal. And at the end of the 6-week program, if you reach your goal, you'll actually get your money back. So there's incentive.
Oh, wow.
You have skin in the game, basically. So we found more success that way, just because you have a goal, you have a prize. It's not only, you know, the physical, but the financial as well.
Yeah.
And then it's not a free program, so you have skin in the game and you want to come in each day and make sure that you're hitting your workouts, your nutrition goals, all of that.
All right, sounds good.
Awesome.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
If you would like more information about Renegade Strength and Performance LLC, we'll have their website listed below, and I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Renegade Strength and Performance.
Have an idea for the show? Want to find out how you can be a guest? Contact us at livinglocal15@wayne.com.
Wake up with us on Wayne 15's First News every weekday morning.
We'll bring you the local news you need to start your day.
Stay with CBS Mornings at 7 on Wayne 15.
We've got the overnight breaking news and in-depth reporting.
And uplifting stories to start your day off right.
Then at 9, watch Living Local 15 with Jessica Williams. Hey, Jessica.
We're talking food, fun, and everything going on in Northeast Indiana.
First News, CBS Mornings.
And then Living Local 15.
A great way to start your day.
Every day.
This segment sponsored by Foster Financial. It's time for Wealth Wednesday, giving you your weekly dose of financial insight with Caleb Doan, the Vice President of Foster Financial. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
Doing well, thank you. Okay, so we're continuing the conversation about all the things that need to happen as the year closes out. And tell me a little bit, list off the stuff that we talked about and then give me an overview of what we're going to discuss today.
Yeah. So I think this is maybe the fourth week, I think, that we're talking about stuff that has to be done by the end of the calendar year. And it's really sneaking up on us now, too. So we talked about Roth conversions. We talked about tax loss harvesting. I think last week we talked about required minimum distributions. And then this week I thought it would be helpful to talk about contributing to your employer-sponsored plan, which for most people is their 401k.
Right, okay. So that is important and that's timely, right? Because you have to take advantage, especially if your company matches.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think sometimes people sort of get this confused a little bit because your individual retirement accounts, like a Roth IRA or a traditional IRA that you hold outside of your employer, the IRS actually gives you until the tax filing deadline to contribute to that. Okay. So you kind of have until April of next year to contribute for 2023. Right. But when it comes to your 401k, it's the end of the calendar year. So you want to make sure you get your contributions in for 2023 before December 31st.
So question about that. So when it comes to the matching, is it throughout the year you have to allocate the funds, or is it you can do a big chunk contribution of what you're discussing today? Can you do a big chunk?
Yeah, you can do a big chunk, but the way that most people have it set up is that you're contributing a certain percentage of your paycheck every single paycheck. And so if you found out by the end of the year that, hey, I have extra room, or I need to write off additional income, so I need to contribute more to the plan, you would probably need to go into, Empower, Vanguard, or whoever the account is through, and really ramp up your contributions. Put it at, 50%, 100%, whatever it is, in order to make some big contributions towards the end of the year, and of course take advantage of that employer match.
Right, and so it's different with each employer, right? So depending on how much they contribute, it's usually a percentage that they match. Is that correct? Is it percentage or a dollar amount?
It's usually what they kind of word it in a really weird way. They say, hey, we will match you dollar for dollar until your contributions reach 4% of your salary, let's say. So I mean, if you make $100,000 over the course of the year and you contribute $4,000 into that account, then they'll match it up to $4,000. The thing that I think a lot of people forget about, though, is that that match is on a per paycheck basis, usually, for most companies. And so that means, especially for people who are maybe maxing out their contributions partway through the year, they're only getting that employer match partway through the year. And then if they max out their contributions, all of a sudden they can't contribute for the rest of the year, and they miss out on the employer match for those paychecks.
Okay.
So that's one way, we take a look at people's contributions, and if we say, hey, you're a high earner, the amount that you're contributing right now would max out your 401k at, August, we actually lower their contributions so they don't max it out until December. That way they get those employer match checks for every single paycheck throughout the year.
Okay, so it's best to spread it out, is what you're saying, or is different in each scenario?
Yeah, it depends. It's typically best to spread it out if you're not taking full advantage of the employer match, or if you're maxing it out halfway through the year. There's a lot of people that are still taking advantage of the full employer match, but they're not maxing out their 401k. And so in those situations, you could still ramp up contributions at the end of the year and not be missing out on any match.
And then, so when it comes to the employer matching, is that something that takes place for year one, or is this something that can take place year after year?
Oh yeah. The employer match is typically something that takes place every single year, when you contribute. And it's such a wonderful thing to take advantage of, because it is free money that is going into the account. So typically, if the employer is giving you a dollar for dollar match up to a certain percentage, the way I frame it for people is, there is no other investment that you can make, and nothing else that you can purchase in life that will immediately give you a 100% return, right? If you put in $5 and then the employer immediately puts in $5, that's a huge advantage to take advantage of. And it's hard to convince yourself out of doing that by saying, hey, this other thing that I want to purchase is more important, because, hey, you're getting a dollar for dollar match.
Yeah, that's a really good point. And is it ever too late? Like, let's say someone started their job and they did not sign up for these benefits, weren't aware of them, or just didn't take advantage. Can they start now? Oh yeah. Typically you can start. I mean, every employer is different. Sometimes there's kind of enrollment periods and stuff like that, but especially at big companies, it's really common that you can jump into that plan pretty soon after joining the company. And usually online, like I said, whether it's Vanguard or Empower or whoever it's through, it will tell you how much you need to contribute in order to take full advantage of the match. And so usually that's the bare minimum that I tell people to contribute is 4%, 5%, whatever that matching schedule is that they're putting money in, take full advantage of that. Okay, awesome. Okay, so it's so important to talk to you about these things, because people, each of their situations can be so different depending on their employer, what their funds currently look like, and really taking advantage of the match. Yeah. Like you said. Okay, well, thank you so much, Caleb.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. And of course, Foster Financial is here to break down current events and provide you with holistic financial planning. You can give them a call today. We'll have their number listed below, and we'll be right back. This segment sponsored by Foster Financial.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
Do you want to know the best places to go to eat and drink around Northeast Indiana? Well, join me, Jessica Williams, for Living Local 15, weekdays at 9 a.m. as I take you inside of the best restaurants, new and old, explore their menu, and of course, mix up some cocktails. Where will I go next? Well, you'll have to watch and see, but I want to know, where do you recommend I go?
Keep up with Jessica Williams on Living Local 15, weekdays at 9.
Well, that's our show for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, you can always rewatch segments or full episodes of Living Local 15 by going to WANE.com and also by downloading the WANE app. And remember, it's never too late to live your best life, so start living it today. And I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group. Go to the Living Local 15 page on WANE.com for recipes from the show, to watch a segment again, and to get information on products and services featured on Living Local 15. Follow us on social media at Living Local 15. Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.